In this video, we're going to be talking about one of my favorite players, Brandt Snedeker, and his victory at the Wyndham Championship. Let's go what's around.
Hit the ball!
Brandt Snedeker is in the history books.
Hey guys, David Folk here. On this channel, we do instructional videos and golf gear reviews just like this one. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. Well, like I said earlier, Brandt Snedeker is one of my favorite players. He's been out with an injury. It's great to see him back. He's been playing really well and obviously shooting the 10th 59 here in the PGA Tour in the modern era. He came out victorious.
Brandt Snedeker is in the history books.
Let me know in the comments below how many players who have shot 59 or better, Jim Furyk, have actually gone on to win a tournament while shooting that 59 versus those who haven't. I think that'd be a fun stat. And it's super exciting to see how well he's playing. Obviously, he's won the FedEx Cup already once before, I think back in 2012. So he's playing really well as the FedEx Cup playoffs start to ramp up as we enter into that in the next couple of weeks. So I'm really excited to see how well he performs. And there are a couple of things that I do find very interesting in his bag that we're going to be talking about. So let's jump into the what's in the bags. First, starting with his driver, as always. And Brandt Snedeker is sponsored by Bridgestone. He's playing the Bridgestone ball, and his driver is going to be the Bridgestone Tour B JGR Prototype 9.5 degrees. He's going to be playing a graphic design ADIZ6X X-Flex shaft in that.
Easily get home in two. And he likes this one down the left center.
And he should like it.
And he is a natural drawer of the ball. He hits draws naturally with his swing. And probably one of the first things I liked about Brandt when I first started following him was that he was using an old school tailor-made burner 1.0 driver for the longest time before he switched to this Tour B driver. Like, he could get it off of eBay. From what I understand, there was no tour specs. It wasn't anything special. And that's been the same thing since he switched to this Tour B driver. I think he's had it for quite a few seasons now playing with it because it's tried and true, and it seems to be working well for him with his driving accuracy, specifically at this tournament here. Next, let's talk about his Fairway Woods, and Brandt's going to be playing a tailor-made M3. He's going to be using the 15 and 19 degrees, and this is going to come with a Fujikura Pro Tour Spec X-Flex shaft in it.
Snedeker up at 2.
And that's up the right-hand side. Looks like it should clear the bunkers with no problem.
Moving on to his irons, he's going to be playing the Bridgestone J15 CB and a 4 through 9 iron.
7 iron.
Yes, it is, especially holding into.
Oh, how about that?
The interesting thing about his irons is that he's playing the Aerotech steel fiber shafts, and if you guys aren't familiar with that, it's a graphite fiber woven in with some carbon fiber and, from what I understand, some other materials to make it perform like a steel shaft. Has the same characteristics, but it's much lighter than, let's say, the DGS 300. So it has the same characteristics of that, and their swing has it bends and as it torques and everything, but it's much lighter. So both he and Matt Kuchar are kind of the big guys who play the Aerotech steel fiber shafts. It's really interesting. Let me know if you guys have tried those steel fibers out. What did you think? Post your comments below. Next, let's jump on over to the wedges, and we're going to be talking about, he's going to be using the wedges. The first one's going to be the Bridgestone J40. This is going to be 48 degrees. Then he's going to go with the J15 Bridgestone. This is going to be 52 bent to a 51, and then he's going to play a 56 bent to a 55, so he's trying to keep that gapping right. And then finally, he's going to move to a Titleist Vokey TBD Prototype, and this is going to be a 60 degree with a 6 bounce, and that's going to be the K grind for that.
That's a wedge from 132, and it's right at it.
Go!
Get in.
Baby!
That's from 108 and right at it.
Okay.
Nice and high, good line, just right of the hole.
And they're all going to be playing the tour issue for Dynamic Gold, the S400 shafts in them. So he's moving away from the steel fiber with his wedges to play the DG S400 tour issue shafts. Last, but certainly not least, he's going to be playing a Odyssey White Hot XG Rossie putter, and it's going to be 34 inches.
Easy to leave it a good 2 feet short or so, but that's got some beautiful pace.
Winner back in 07, the Rookie of the Year on the tour 11 seasons ago.
His best wedge shot. A pretty good look here from Snaz. Just going to move left to right. Right there in the middle of the putt.
Ooh, looks good.
Okay.
A moment to go.
This putt is not easy. Big swinger left to right, very fast.
It's one of those that he's stuck with this feeling. He's stuck with the way this putter for literally as long as I can remember following him, which has got to be, 8 years or so when he first started coming out on tour and playing well. It's pretty amazing how long he's stuck with this putter as opposed to a lot of other tour professionals that seem to switch a lot, right? So it's one of those things that if you're a solid putter, which Brandt Snedeker always has been, it doesn't seem like you switch putters very often because we all know up here it's the golfer, not the equipment. Our emotions, our hearts say, no, it's got to be the putter, right? It's always the putter's fault when I miss that 4-footer. So let's get a new one. And speaking of new one, I did as well. So I'm not pointing fingers because, as my gym teacher used to say, if you point one finger, you have 3 fingers pointing back at you. Let me know in your comments below. Post those. What do you guys think? Interesting? Not interesting? What's the longest club you've kept in your bag? Post that too. I'd be curious to hear what it is and how long you've had it in your bag. And to wrap up his golf bag, he's going to be using the Bridgestone Tour B ball, and he's also going to be using the Lampkin Crossline grips. I'll put links down below so you guys can take a look at those and gain a little bit more understanding, information, and potentially buy that if that's something that you guys considered. And of course, I always recommend before you purchase something, go get fit, try it out in a bay, make sure it's getting the numbers you want, and then go on the course and try it out there because nothing beats the real world testing. So guys, I look forward to hearing your comments down below. What do you find the most interesting thing in Brandt Snedeker's bag is? Let me know. Again, the question, what's the longest club you've had in your bag? I look forward to hearing those comments. If you have any questions as well, post those. I try to get to everybody's comments, questions. And of course, guys, while you're down there, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up because YouTube likes that. Thanks for watching, and we'll chat with you next time. As my gym teacher used to say, if you point one finger, you have 3 fingers pointing back at you.